Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Welcome. Penny Kakra. Penny Kakra. So what are your real names?
Kwesi Vybes.
Okay, and you are?
Kwesi Vybes Kakra.
Hey. You have English names. That was given to you.
Yeah, yes. McMahon and Mackenzie.
Main and Mackenzie.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So they say Kakra, is this true?
Papa.
So you are very hot.
Very, very hot.
And you are the soft one.
Yeah, I'm like water. He's fire.
Oh, you're water and he's fire. Hey, wow. There you came, pal. Today we have water and fire. So who is wind?
In between water and fire.
There's wind. Do you have a terrier?
No, we don't have a terrier.
Are you the only children of your parents?
We are the only men.
Oh, the only boys? Yes. Okay, the only men. Hey, I nearly said boys. You're not boys. You're men. You're big men. And, you gained your celebrity status out of your spiritual conversations that you have. So if we say you're spiritual people, are you traditionalists? Are you occultists? Are you pastors? Are you prophets? What are you?
Okay, so mystics, we always used to that description because when you say you're a pastor, you have to come up with a certain kind of package. And we do not conform to religious doctrines and all of that.
Okay.
We are strictly spiritual and mystical. And mystical fall under the occult, which, as we all been to school, occult is really just meaning of secret, nothing dubious or devilish. We do not regard ourselves as spiritualists, as malams, as imams, or traditionalists, or whatever. Of course, we accept all the religious systems or the rituals that go on in all these separate religious groups, but we are mystics, and mystics are teachers.
Okay. So you are teachers?
About the Christians, about the Muslims, about the traditional belief system, all that.
Okay. Yeah. So how old were you when you discovered this?
We were 13 when we stopped being Knights of the Blessed Sacrament, mass servants, as most people say.
So you were Catholics back then?
We are still Catholics.
You are still Catholics?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We still are Catholics. We still have pastor friends that we visit them at churches and stuff. But we were 13 when we stopped completely serving. First mass, second mass, we stopped wearing black and white. We stopped all of it.
What made you stop?
Growth. We had to be boys.
Enlightenment.
Enlightenment. Yeah. We had to be boys.
Okay.
We had to get to know women, get to know adolescent stuff.
Okay.
And you can't be not a virgin and be a knight.
So you broke your virginity at the age of 13?
No. Also, from that point on, going forward, that's when we started learning things like, oh, I can't even be a woman father.
Okay. No, so I just want to know, at the age of 13, you started doing things that you couldn't serve again.
Yes.
And some were breaking of virginity.
Yes, in between those, yes. As usual.
Well, boys usually break their virginity at 13 years?
They make sure it wasn't rape.
So what got you to start this exploration in the first place?
I think you don't start or you don't reach a certain level where you have to initiate yourself into this. It's really a calling. And we've had our calling very early, since 13. To even be part of the Immaculate Heart of Mary Parish or be a nice, a blessed knight has to come with a calling. There are a lot of kids who were doing arts, who were playing football, doing other things. When we chose to follow the path of God and the Holy Mother, that was where we found our first calling. It's an inner call. Yeah, it was an inner call from...
It was an inner call?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just felt in your spirit that this is it?
Yes.
Either to stay off the serving of the Mass and explore life. So some of the things that you did were...
As a young person, you'd want to find out, especially from our background, we are very deeply rooted Christians. So we wanted to find out, okay, Holy Mary, Mother, let's try other churches.
We wanted to know God.
We got baptized in other churches, and it's not allowed, but we did anyway.
Okay, so you went to...
Adventist, we got baptized.
Okay.
We went to Jehovah's Witness, we started going around trying to, convince people that,
awake
those pamphlets.
Yeah, okay.
And then we also formed our little group where
prayer group.
Yes. Where we would actually have and harvest. So we actually formed a church, let me put it that way. And then that transcended into the traditional system, the voodoo, the juju, that's trying to see what is this thing, what is the killing of the chickens and the killing of the goats and the blood, what is it, how are you trying to carry us? All that stuff. So we got to know that too, and then we elevated, traveled abroad, met other people that weren't black people, and they taught us more of the occult, the conjuration, the summoning, the saint calling, and all of the weird stuff that, other people have gotten mad and crazy from.
So it was out of curiosity that got you to where you are now.
Yes.
Wow. Now, somebody will be wondering, okay, everybody's curious. You went into, the Adventist. You went into being a witness. The Buddhism, I mean, which part of the Bible now got you to be curious to go into that side of it?
Well, when you study the Bible to a certain level, you realize that most of the teachings of the Bible has to deal with the devil, the gods being devils, our ancestors being demonized. So you have to understand, why do they fear the gods so much? Why is it that every time you go to church, the prophecy will have to come through from your family gods, your family this, your family that?
Who are those gods?
Who are those gods? So you realize the gods are our ancestors. How can you demonize my ancestors? Because we are not venerating them. So when you find that fine line between enlightenment, you realize that your gods or your ancestors are not your demons that are haunting your life. They are really your ancestors. And if you spoke to them, they will actually be the ones that will be playing five and defending you.
So you have to find a way of speaking to them.
Yes, venerating your ancestors.
So what about, you knowing that, okay, there's something hunting you down or haunting you down? What about that?
How would you know if a pastor don't tell you? And the pastor is telling you from the angle of a Christianity. What if the traditional priest is telling you from the angle of the traditional system? So we have to test both of them and see. The gods are not scary.
But could the pastor be right?
He could be right. The traditionalists could also be right.
Okay.
And that line, that thin line, is where the inner calling comes in.
Okay.
Because your brain has to be separated in the point where you see nothing evil about a traditional person. Because you can't be, a god can't ascend on you while you're wearing a kaftan. You have to get naked, wear traditional stuff, things that are traditional.
Wait, break it down. So you're trying to tell us that if you want to be a spiritualist, you can't dress in a certain way. So
spiritualist is different from...
You don't be a spiritualist.
So what is it?
You either are a spiritualist or you are not.
Or you're either born or not.
Yes.
So are you spiritualist?
We are born that way.
You were born a spiritualist.
Yes.
Oh.
You cannot understand the gods from a spiritualist perspective if you are not born with it or you don't have the clairvoyance, the hearing, and the sight.
So you started hearing?
Yes.
At what age did the hearing start?
When we were in the Catholic service.
That's when you started hearing?
Yes.
What were some of the things you were hearing?
And just speak through candles, the fire. We always lit the candle for Mass, and the fire spoke.
What did you hear? Like some of the things you heard?
Mostly it's just messages.
Like what?
Make sure that you put the, we have cloths that we lay the tables with. It will bend. Don't put it here. Get the communion. Those whispers. And then you start to think, maybe it's just your head playing with you.
Are they not the Sith instincts that everybody has?
Are they not what?
The Sith instinct that everybody has.
Some instincts will lead you to problems.
Okay.
It will make you go into a marriage or go into start a car to a road that is very bad for your car. So these instincts, you cannot rely on them. You need God's intuition. And that is what is called the inner call.
Okay.
You hear it clearly sometimes you don't hear it very well. That's why pastors, traditionalists all fall into problems. You ask them, hey, didn't you see it?
Didn't you see that this girl was trying to tempt you?
Didn't you see that your children were going to get into an accident? The clairvoyance can be blocked. Your sight, your spiritual sight, the fourth
smell,
your smell, all of these things can be blocked. These senses that make you spiritual can be blocked. You can face attacks. And it is constant prayer, constant rituals, constant veneration of your inner core, your inner gift, charging them. That is when you'll be able to know that, all right, this one is lying.
So now you veered off Christianity?
No, not veered of it.
So you're still Christians?
Yes. Nothing stops us from being Christians.
Do you go to church?
We don't go to church. The church is in us. This is a prayer talent. I don't need to be in a church. I know how to chant with it. I know how to pray with it.
You chant with your prayer thing?
Yes. Some people are just hovering it over their head, taking pictures with it.
So how do you chant with it?
It's a secret that I will tell you behind the scenes.
You can't say it on TV. My viewers are very important.
I mean, it's not necessarily a secret.
You want to know, right? Yeah. So how do you chant?
Some knowledge.
I'll give you some knowledge of it. Like these parts, there are special types. These parts are all not woven. It's the snail from the sea. There's oil, a special oil in them. So these parts can actually cure a lot of things. Like if a child has delayed speech, autism, aggression, that kind of part. But people don't know that.
Okay.
This is not even supposed to touch a woman who's on a period. These parts are not supposed to be touched with a hand that you wipe your ass with.
What?
Yeah, it goes on and on and on and on.
But from the Christian perspective, they are taught in a different way how to use it. But from a mystical Jewish perspective, you're also giving different kind of
Which is a real source.
Which is a real source.
Which is a real source.
Yes.
See,
But your belief is different, isn't it? Because if my belief is that it doesn't happen like that, then obviously it won't happen like that.
What is your belief on how to use it?
No, I'm just saying, if my belief is that even if I'm in my menses, I can still hold it and pray with it, obviously, that's my belief, and so it's supposed to work that way, right?
But belief is for blind people. Nobody needs to believe in anything. Not God, not the devil, not riches, not rituals, nothing.
We don't have to believe.
You don't have to believe.
Can you have faith?
Faith is an important part of our life as human beings. It lifts our spirits up.
But the Bible says we should have faith, right?
I can read the Bible. What if I'm a Muslim?
So if I am a Christian and I'm reading the Bible and that's what my Bible says, then it should be so, right? Because that's what my Bible says. You have to have a very strong spiritual force to pull that faith into moving the mustard. What was the mountain?
To moving the mountain. A lot of people have faith. Nothing changes for them. Sometimes you need the power of God to actually move the mountain. Faith never did so much for anybody who did not have a spiritual power that was moving it.
Yeah, because so if I have faith in what is on your neck, and I know that I pray with this and I get my results or I get my answers, and whether I'm in my menses or not, but anytime I pray with it, because of my faith, I get my answers, my faith has worked.
This is mine. I don't go into cycle. But if it is for a woman, you're supposed, it's natural. Period is natural. There's nothing demonic about it. So if it is for you, you can use it in that way where you are still in your red days. But for me, I don't.
Okay.
So there is no need or any reason for any woman, my mother, my wife, nobody to touch it.
Okay.
That is for me.
That's for you.
But the belief, like my brother was saying, is blind. The blind man doesn't believe. He knows that there's darkness. He has faith that, oh, there's light. Some people are seeing. Why am I not seeing? So belief, faith, it's really, honestly, kind of bogus.
Are there times that it's right to chant? Or you can chant at any time?
The question again, please.
Chant. Is there a specific time to chant?
Chant?
Yeah.
Well, chant, pray. So as mystics, we use certain kind of vocabulary. But basically, chant is prayer and all that. There are particular times to pray. There are times that the prayers enter into the universe. And sometimes the reaching hour is one powerful time. And there are times that are specifically, you don't pray when you are mostly sad. You don't pray for goodness when you are sad. You don't pray for...
Wait, you don't pray
for goodness.
when you're sad?
No, you don't.
Really?
You don't pray for marriage when you are heartbroken. You don't pray for healing when you are sick.
Okay, walk us why. now I'm very interested.
Slow down.
Why?
Because Mackenzie said that because when you pray in your most saddest moments, or when you are going through a depression or broken heart, those moments are your weakest moments. And you pray, God, as this man, as this woman has broken my heart, whatever disappointed me, bring me a man or a woman that will love me better. Now, when we are desperate, you do not go into a deal with God or the devil.
When you are hungry.
When you are hungry. That's when you are broken. Your spirit is low. Low spirits invite low vibration spirits or energy. And you pray desperately and seek for a man or a woman. They will come. But the marriage that you prayed for, you did not pray that you wanted a man that will come and take care of you. That will not come and beat you. You will not be specific with your prayer because you are desperate.
Because you need man.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't go to baby.
See your flat no.
Me too quite free Ghana.
Mepe. No akokata.
No akokata Dubai.
Enko bio.
No akokata 10 years. Na untimi e mani bi ma busiafo.
Wow.
Yes.
So then in times like that, no prayer. Or what prayer do you have?
You manifest.
Okay.
Manifestation is different.
Okay.
You dream into reality. You envision what you want into the physical plane. Nipa, we are very powerful. What we think of moves. It's not faith. It's really a matter of power, source.
Okay.
Faith cannot move.
So I'm brokenhearted.
Yeah.
I want a husband. At that time, I just have to start manifesting the kind of man I want. Is that what it is?
Draw him in your mind and in your heart.
Yes. If it's a Denzel-looking man, you put his picture, you imagine it,
envision it.
Yes.
So that thing really works.
It works. More than the desperate crying.
And the wailing.
So if I start imagining like $100 billion, it's going to happen?
It's going to happen.
It can happen?
It's going to happen at the right time of manifestation. If it's on the full moon, if it's on your soul day, if you are around the right place, you are in the right cloth, you have eaten the right kind of foods, What the mojanama, you don't manifest money or wealth.
Only because the Canadian will see a manifest. It's very important.
Like for instance, if you are sick and you are laid on a sick bed, as you take your drugs or you are sick, just contemplating on how weak your body is, manifest you physically getting up, walking out from the hospital or bed. And you see that it's really a very powerful, these things take years, months. Sometimes it takes, like what you said, a strong faith. But people's faith comes in when they are desperate, and it will never work.
Oh, really?
That desperate stuff never works. Like you've waited for 9 months for your wife or your partner to, finish all the trimester, whatever. He's on the bed. They are about to put the cutlass and the saucer into a womb and cut the baby out. That's when you think you want to pray to God? No.
You say God is not for you.
Yes.
God is a covenant-keeping God. You have to have a covenant with God that whatever that you desire shall be yours. You do not ask God for anything. Whatever we desire on earth is ours. So we manifest good husbands, good wives, good friendship, companies, wealth, prosperity, opportunity, because it is ours. We deserve it. Positions at workplace. I manifest that your seat is mine.
That is not juju.
That's not juju.
It is just mine.
You manifest that my seat is yours.
Yes.
You better stop.
So that's when your God and my God will start to see which one is more favored by the universe.
Really?
Yes.
But isn't it one God we serve?
Yes, one God, the creator.
So which one is your God and my God?
My God and your God is that God is one for all of us, but each of us has a separate relationship with God. You believe you have to go to church on Sundays to communicate with God. I believe I have to sit at home in my most silent moments
and call
upon
what
the Alpha and Omega.
Hospital has 2 children in an incubator. I want to pay it off. But you were in church praying, looking at women's ass and men's ass.
And writing and paying tithe because I think that was enough for you. I put certain kind of rituals and adorations and veneration towards God, towards my request that I've given to God. I don't think I deserve it because I go to church.
I have a lot of questions here. Before I go into those questions, don't forget to send your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Now, these questions that I have, I want us to take it gradually because I know people watching want to get to know more about it.
Okay.
Now, we will go into the kind of rituals you ought to perform so that, the heavens can hear you and answer you. Now, in the manifestation that you spoke about, you were saying that if you want to manifest children, what are the things to do and not to do in your manifestation?
God gives children. We believe in spiritual science as mystics. You do the part, having 4 times sex with your partner. But then it is God that will plant the seed into the womb.
Okay.
And that must be done with a certain kind of demand and request. That God, I want this, that you say it out loud.
Okay.
You whisper it wherever, your shrine, your church, wherever that you may be. God is but one, and He's everywhere.
Okay.
Or you make this proclamation to God. Now, it's up to you to do the groundwork.
Okay.
Like the NDC people did. Sex magic. You can perform sex magic. You can perform outdoor rituals, donations. Not the one that has full camera of Joy Prime following them.
Okay.
No, those ones don't work. Those ones don't work.
Really?
No.
When you do donations and you have videos and all of that.
Donations that you do
yeah?
for people to know that you're a good person. Is this what you're doing for your brand, for whatever? But rituals and directions that you do for God are supposed to be seen by God.
Okay, not only God. What about inspiring others to do the same?
That's a show off.
That's a show off.
There's
Don't
nothing like
inspire anybody.
inspiration. People already know that you have a foundation. You are sharing stuff. You are giving old widows.
Enough.
That's enough.
You have a personal request to God. You don't have to show off to people that this is what I'm doing for God, for you to do this for me. God is a covenant-keeping God, but you cannot negotiate with Him.
Okay.
Because you are nobody to negotiate with God. So you tell Him, God, if you let my wife conceive this year, I'm going to go to a family house and marry her. That's a covenant that you've given to the woman spirit, your wife's God. Everyone has God, but God operates with everybody differently.
Okay.
That is why 2 people can say that, 2 pastors can say that, I'll show you power. He also says, I'll show you power. Which kind of gods are they using? They're using but one God. But it's the sacrifice that we give that makes my prayer enter more than yours.
So, when you said like what the NDC did, I want to take us to what the NPP
NPP also did.
NPP did.
Not enough,
we all remember that, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the ex-president, His Excellency, actually did say that he was going to build a cathedral for God, which never manifested. Could that be the reason why the NPP lost the elections?
Spiritually, it was time for NPP to pay back what they owe in spirits.
What do they owe?
The promise and fails, the deceit, all of the things that are going on politically. And NPP coming into power had a lot of spiritual hands. People may think it's all surface stuff, but it's not. If you know people, you know people. And it had to be done. Elders had to sit in a coven, like how a man gets a woman pregnant, take them to the traditional house, wafa. Nana had to sit in chairs like how we are sat now and say, no, let them come into power. Let them do this and chant. These words we use doesn't mean it's occult, blood, killing, pregnant women, starving. It's not that. It's like the lawyers' words. They call it legalese. They will say submit. They will say, I understand. All these are spiritual terms. It doesn't mean somebody's, strangling somebody in the middle of the night.
It's not like that. No killing, no shedding of blood.
Yes.
There was chanting.
But there's chanting.
Were you gentlemen called to do something for the NPP? Well, I hear you did.
Were involved.
You were involved. So what
involved.
Exactly did you do, Mystics, for the NPP?
Is the most greatest effort or entry into reaching God's favor. And a lot was done on behalf of NPP. But as a Senator, I'm a refugee. And then when you forget, the gods do not forget.
So they forgot about you people?
We are good. But if you forget, you see the repercussions of it.
Okay.
And for them to be able to come into that power again, they will have to go back to that traditional belief system. I'm not talking about the gods. I'm not talking about whatever demonic entity. Go back to where you believe or you started planting your grace. That's stemmed from. The promise of even building a cathedral and all that stuff, if it was political agenda, fine. But if truly you made a covenant with God to build that for the Christian God, and you did not, the Christian God, Jesus, will have emotions that will follow up.
That's a broken pact.
That's a broken pact.
And all pacts must be seen to the end.
So now, if the NPP wants to come back, if they call on the Mystic Twins, will you help them again?
We already
do
connections with...
They've called you?
We already have a lot of them as friends and...
So have you started working on it
We
for
are
them?
always chanting.
For them?
Always.
Are they going to come back in 2028?
It will be known soon.
It's not known now?
Not at all.
What about their flag bearer? Prophet El Bernard has said that Kennedy-Agyapong will become the flag bearer of the NPP.
Oh, he is a powerful man that is ready to do the necessary sacrifices. So you need someone that believes that you do not just desire to be something. You step into the abyss. You step into it, and then you will be able to pick off the seeds. You'll be able to dine with whoever that needs to be dined with. And when you feed yourself well, your spirit will feed you back. So Kennedy-Agyapong is a believer, and that is all. Yes.
So there's a high possibility.
Yeah.
Very high.
But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is also a high believer, isn't he?
And he doesn't have spirits.
He doesn't have?
Spirits.
He doesn't have spirits?
Yes.
What's that supposed to mean?
There is mind, body, soul, spirit, all that.
Okay.
When I say spirit, from my perspective, it's to see yourself in the mirror. You know, when you sit, sometimes you can see your shadow. That shadow spirit. Mr. Bawumia doesn't have it.
I'm confused.
Yes.
Explain. How?
Like I said, it's a legality.
So if I stand in the mirror, I should be able to see myself. Is that what it is?
No.
Or I can stand here and see myself standing there.
You should be able to move your spirit. Into going to gather or assemble all that you desire in the physical plane.
Yes.
How do you acquire spirit if you don't have?
Years of meditation, years of self-discipline. Tell yourself.
If you want it one day at once, you have to be ready to make the necessary sacrifices. That's all.
What sacrifices are those?
Oh, sacrifices come in different forms.
Like what?
How far are you willing to go? How desperate are you? Those ones are your question that you ask yourself before you go out to seek.
Okay.
There's no written sacrifice. It's
No.
a spoken word.
No.
It's the hidden.
Somebody can give a sheep in the Bible. Abraham or whoever wanted to give a son. Somebody to give a chicken. And their favor was granted.
So it's really a matter
God
of
asks
favor.
us a question all the time. You can always go further. You can do 3 weeks fasting. Jesus did 40 days. Elijah did how many, whatever. Somebody too said, oh, you are my wife. I will not have sex with you. But I am willing to let God manifest through you. And Jesus was born through that person. How many virgins are here in Ghana today? So it's how far are you willing to go? The world is ours, like my brother said. When the Catholics came and then Jesus left, God made the earth, the world, whatever, and he said, Jesus, handle the earth. When Jesus was leaving, he gave it to someone, the vicar, the Pope. And the Pope wasn't a man of God. He was an army. You see, there's if you guys watch Vikings and all these movies, whenever they were chanting to what, they would say, we are coming to conquer you, gods of Odin, from the army of Christ. Does Jesus Christ have an army? Jesus Christ has laggards? No. But that's what they were saying. So Jesus, religion, all that, you have to actually want it. That's why when we speak about Honorable Ken, it's with that.
So Honorable Kennedyagyapong has spirits.
Very, 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 very much.
A big spirit.
Yes.
But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia doesn't have the spirit.
Unfortunately, not now.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
But he can get it one day.
That's why I said, how far are you willing to go?
To get the spirit.
Yes.
So that's why the defeat in 2024?
Yes.
So if they had brought a different candidate, would it have been better?
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
So
Sometimes the universe has already planned and orchestrated things. Doesn't matter the sacrifice that you do. You'll not be able to get to the level that you want to because you do not go into it when you are desperate or you want a quick action.
No.
God does not work that way.
Hey, it is here. One hour spirit. Yeah, it's here.
Obia was spirit. Spirit, the Obia will be. But there's a kind of spirit that takes you to a leadership status. One will say,
And you can manifest it if you don't have it.
You can summon it and call upon it.
Okay.
Solomon was born a regular man. A lot of people were born regular in the Bible. A lot of people were born...
Jesus was even born regular. Carpenter's child.
Carpenter's child. But then as he grew, the Spirit call came. You have to call upon the Spirit. There are so many pastors who do not have the hand of God.
Even in this moment, there are even so many pastors that when they speak, you'll be like, how are people in this church?
But they have Spirit.
But they have Spirit. Look at Obinim. Most people think it's ridiculous that people are even sitting in his church. He has Spirit.
He has spirits?
He has Spirit.
Yes.
You think people are dumb? They are sorry to say.
Do we have good spirits and bad spirits?
Yes.
Yes.
So which one does he use?
That's up to him and his people.
Yeah.
Yes. But people are not that stupid.
You say that, why are people still there?
Still there?
Yes, you think, his speech is kind of a little retarded.
That was a small boy. Sorry
So
to say.
how do I call on good spirits and how do I push away bad spirits?
By saying it like you said, Papa Mra,
Na boni enko.
Okay.
Say it.
Abosomfo bompaye, omugunsa, omkas Papa Mra,
Na boni
nko. You know, bompaye mpoa. Even when the gods are about to possess somebody, they omugunsa, they pour a libation and say Papa Mra. Because now that you are ready to receive the God's entry into you to make a consultation or divination, evil spirits are also open. You have opened your spirit.
Right.
You have opened your door. So many things can enter. So even in church, people go and then they get invitations from negative spirits and bring it home.
Ah.
Oh, yes.
How?
Healing, they cause you no.
Ebi sabi be fie.
Ebi saboni be fie.
So how do you prevent? I'm very interested in that one. We go to church, deliverance is ongoing. Somebody out. Where does the spirit go?
It's going into someone who is pressing their phone. It's going to someone who is a doubter. Some people come to church and they don't believe that the pastor is even a genuine one of God.
So then the spirit will come to you.
Yes.
Oh yes, you go for bonny everywhere. Obi had the canal bomb pie any free so.
And there are entry points into there. There is the chakra, there is the throat, there is
It will enter you.
There's entries. It doesn't matter how.
So when we speak, we say power, power. Enter.
It has to enter somewhere for you to function.
So when you go to church, you are distracted. You have a certain kind of belief. Oh, dress simple. Sorry. So for you, you have cursed yourself before you went out to the church.
It's not fear bomb every TV.
They don't go to his church. Yes.
So how do I stop myself from getting in contact with these spirits?
You have to walk into this path of life with a genuine spirit. In the sense that do not go to where you do not have a blind faith. Religion is blind. If you are going to go to someone and then doubt them, there is no need to go to. You attract the negative spirits about them. Obi a example or kalebulu or 419.
Or wadi bi wo ha e na kore. Or they wen na busi na ne ma.
You do not. That's why you see people challenging people. A lot of pastors have challenged us. All my challenging and then because real genuine men of God would know that we are men of God. I'm not a Christian. I don't claim myself to be a traditionalist or this or that. I'm a man of God. We are carrying a message.
And we are still ourselves. When we were coming in, the producer asked us what song we wanted. I wanted dancehall.
You want what dancehall? What did you play for him?
You see, so I'm still myself, and I'm still telling you that I'm gifted.
Yeah.
It won't change my taste in music. It won't change
anything.
The things I will say behind the camera. I'm just that person.
So now let's manifest money. How do we do it? Very necessary.
Okay, so manifesting wealth, you have to know that wealth comes. It comes through a spiritual.
Yes. Repeat it. So it is not hard work.
Oh no.
Hey,
Okay. And this saying, this quote is very powerful. It's even a prayer when we enter into the lodges, we are about to ascend and pray. We say these things like 77 times. Yes. Especially on the full moon when we gather to pray under the moon, we say that 77 times. You repeat it.
Can I say it every day?
You can say it every day before you step out to work.
So what time? Like full moon, usually, you know, some because of where some people live, they don't even see the moon, whether it's full or it's not. So what time is best? Maybe
so the timeline to pray, you don't necessarily have to go through the full moon. Some people are gifted that they can pray right after sex. And
after sex?
Yes. And it will still manifest. Some people are that gifted that they can pray right after sex and it will manifest.
Okay.
Some people can pray when they are most angry or pissed off by something and it will still enter. It is divine selection. But generally speaking, you pray on the full moon, it is powerful for you. Your soul day, it is powerful for you. Days that you are not working or you are at home, you turn on loud music or slow music and you start to manifest where you want to be. You have to feel money in your hands. You can pray and feel cash in your hand. If you cannot pray to that level where mentally you start to count money.
I feel the dollars. I feel the dollars.
You feel it? How much? How much?
$1 billion. I feel it.
Because in our realm, and the sikaya de kasiyamai.
If you go to the occult, you know, the fraternity, the lodges and stuff, money is like the seventh power.
It's nothing.
It's not part.
Still a bit more biscuit. I know that's son.
Yes. It's so.
Because who say because you don't have money. You don't have cash. So we depend on that favor or it is there. We saw this guy and go for the It is there.
But you know, when people gift you money, maybe it could be bad money, but how do I block it from being bad? Because I'm going to take it.
Sometimes people have natural blockers.
Okay.
Constant prayer. You are praying to yourself that.
But if I take it and I pray that whatever is behind it, I cancel it.
That's not enough.
What do I do?
Sometimes you take the money, you have to do a charity.
Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't
matter how small it is. Also, no to idea you got okay, motor plantain chips, 1 cedi. But then we to idea and can go. Who's a piano? Or say dear who you yasi. But some money has to go into the wind. Sometimes you can cry over we seek a frito, yenfa. Seek a frito, we want to seek a frito, fear coins. Now sham passage.
Wow.
Certain things are minor belief systems. I saw the music frito cry yenfa.
Really?
Yes.
I was
Dabi. Because I ready, cigarette for 2 years, one way from the museum.
Sir?
Fire and one year, my bravo. See who am a home, mammy. We could make a donation, $300, I'm on a sofa. And of course, $300. Of first, it's rare. You can go online and look. So for now, this kind of back man, or the police could chase off. So for why I did here. Nigeria, it happened in Nigeria.
But you said we shouldn't eat blood meat as well if you're manifesting money.
If you're manifesting wealth.
Okay.
Unless you want to go to a certain level where there are money rituals. Sometimes you don't have to eat mono when you want to manifest some kind of contract or wealth. Unless the ritual not the direction that way, you know. But the most basic surface rituals, you really have to do it before the money comes. Make a plan. Manifestation book, get a manifestation book. The diaries that you are writing all of your exes in, delete all of them and start your notepad. Start to write what you do with 1 million Ghana cedis if you receive it. Have a timeline.
Some people don't have a plan. They just want the money.
They just want the money.
It's never going to work.
Money is a spirit. If you bring a spirit into your home, it's like going to buy those produce at the Accra runabout. You come home, they'll come and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
You have to prepare a kennel, feed, you know. So that is how money works. You have to prepare a space for money to come and sit in your life.
Wow.
You are living with your family. You are not. You don't even have a bank account. You want 1 million cedis.
Where is the money?
Where's the money going to be?
Let me go there, man.
It's the money.
But the many avenues that you can receive money.
That's how money.
That's how it will come.
It has to come.
Yes.
You know, there's some manifestation that I think it was on social media. Money likes me. Money will come to me. When money comes, money will stay.
Yes. Those
that person that made the video that has gone to 2 million views or the music and the more clicking views, no, so all the more manifesting.
Now, so
you are doing it on the surface. You are wasting your time because your data is giving them money. The 2 million views there, you think he sat down and did the whole PowerPoint uploaded for you to come and manifest money while he sits there broke? No. He's manifesting.
Hey, Shola. Today we are learning so much.
We are. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm manifesting twins because I've said it. No, I've told you so many times that I have a very strong likeness to twins. I don't know if it's because my mom is a twin.
Yeah.
But when it comes to twins, I don't joke about them. But yes. So a lot of people are following this conversation. But before I do that, Rosalind, don't I look nice?
You look beautiful.
You guys, don't I look nice?
You look beautiful.
Mystic twins, me who in your face. Thank you. Well, I want to say a very big thank you to Abura Sika. You can find her on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Abura_Sika_. Follow her, disturb her with your orders, okay? Because she'll make you look really nice, like how I'm looking very pink, okay? But social media has a lot of comments. People want to know what's happening in here. So let's take a few of the comments. This one says that, good afternoon, Rosalind. I'm really enjoying the conversation. I want to ask them a chance for money, or if I touch that thing and ask anything, will it happen? The name is still Anyata inside Kumasi, and Rosalind, you really resemble Movi the Motivator to me. They are really smart and I love them already. More, this one says that, please, good afternoon. Please, my mom told me that when I was a child, I used to sing gospel songs whenever I was full. But if I'm hungry, then I start to be sad and cry. What does it mean? And whenever I dream and I'm with people, I see myself float in the air. Please help me out. Should we take that or should we answer more? Let's take some more. This one says that I'm Wasaja Fokojo from Agyapong in the central region. I really love these boys because I also have twin brothers. I really need these two guys. They should help me, please. I need them in my life, seriously. All right. This one says that, hey, I'm shocked though. It shock you. This one says that, hi, please, I'm Chang from Upper West region. What is the name of their church and location? This one says that.
Church?
No, we have a
you don't have a church, darling.
This one says, hi, changes, good afternoon. Why I'm really enjoying and following today's conversation. Hey, this is serious. So which of us have to have the good spirits and which of us have the bad ones? God save us all. Hey, I just realized that Rosalind is twinning with the twins. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Mommy, should we start expecting twins? Somebody said, should we start expecting twins? I'm really shocked today. I have learned so much. Wow, I won't search for missing money in my room again. I will leave it to God. Then I need to manifest. Then I need to manifest a lot more because, hey, it's like I am behind.
You know, before you continue, somebody told me that when you keep like foreign currencies in your bag, you are or in your pocket, you attract foreign currencies. Yes. It's true. So now I've kept foreign currency in my bag.
Can you even put it under your
slipper? But it hasn't come.
But you know, the sad thing is
I put it under what?
Your slipper.
My slipper.
Or your shoes.
We always go back to our interview. You see, 6 years ago, we always put at least $100 in our slippers. When we are wearing shoe, Ghana cities need a tart for them. Boom.
Really?
Rosalind, I want to know because anytime there's
dollar bag move.
No. Whenever I have foreign currency in my bag, it gets missing.
They still
it always gets missing all the time. It has happened to me twice.
When you have a lot of missing money around you, you have to consult on it.
Okay.
It's not a very good look.
No, but you see, it's always kept in a good place. So how is it that somebody to say Messias Kano, by the time I come in, it's foreign currency, I cannot find it.
But the local currency is there.
It's always there. So I want to understand, like, what's happening.
So
the first time it got missing, I found it. And then the second one, the Mihun Krabi.
So majority of people suffer from spiritual companionship. Like the pastor says, spiritual marriage. As mystics, that word is forbidden. Marriage is nipa minu we are where say you are.
Yeah.
You don't say you have a spiritual marriage. So focus on what spiritual marriage. That's all boa. Be the you condemn. Be the you condemn. When you affirm to that, yes, I have a spiritual marriage. Even if you're having 6 dreams, don't confirm that you have spiritual marriage.
Because there's rape there too.
There's spiritual rape there. Spiritual. How do you say you have spiritual marriage? You know, when most people have this spiritual companion, sometimes friendship, spirits can sometimes pick in your capital or the kudibia. Sometimes you see your life physically. When you're in power, you'll be able to know that truly Someone came to the officer. Now, where you mobile money? Upon mobile money no close here. Just real life. Or take what we tell me on him. Upon a Jumano. Or find woman cash I can bet 20,000 citizens. Or there are 2 tables who air lock kiosk. And one will be a hoodie black or first can. Rakono entremica on Antiboko or friend one you know. At the chair, Baconas are baby or Champabois glue a chassis or the name of them one. All corner or Nasi 50 CD, 100 CD, Nasi. The spirit was a spiritual companion.
Wow.
Ah, no, it won't say. Sasabi, physically, your member, or me, we do a man. Soon, your member must do a man. Sana, baby, one ma, or baby, one more soon small till swap, or no corner, ma. Two was spiritual marriage, also for spiritual marriage. Busano, catch and say, catch and soon be bride price list. And as also, what I soon saw what I want, Mamsica, or Mosica, or my favor, or Mawa, spirits can sometimes negotiate with you. They will allow you to comfort our comfort bar. So I worry you was spiritual husband. But then she also has a husband, a physical husband. It's you to the regular person. Ask God. If they say I have a spiritual marriage, let that spiritual marriage know that I want physical husband too.
I want chop money.
I want chop money. I want opportunities. Yes. Manifest and the spirit will say, okay, now you know, but one can't.
That's why some women can never marry. Doesn't matter. They can go in 10 times.
They will come out
of it. But they are successful.
Right.
Because it is not theirs to they will try to make a man. They will take. They will do.
It will not work.
It will not work.
About financially independent, you couldn't manage carbon victory. So many women.
So for a woman, even if you're financially independent, you should still take money from a man?
No, necessarily. But you have to get a man who has a higher spirit. Your spirit husband.
Yes.
So you should have the spirit of the person should be strong.
That's why most women that are very successful, they always have the lacking of a man in their life. And people interpret into what the BBA with a very high sense of feminine power, you become a man woman. Your man power is very high. So when you're the fourth soldier, you have to charge yourself and tone down your energy.
Okay, and I'm very interested in this. There are some people that are very naturally I'm very strong. Very, very strong. You know, I know my spirit is strong. So how do I tone down?
It's a spiritual submission.
How do I do it?
When the right man will know how to submit you.
Okay.
But if you try, you most likely throw what makes you.
No, for me, my husband submits me, but I mean,
so on daily, other women who are strong and want.
Like yes, wherever I find myself, I'm strong.
Okay.
Is it good?
It's good.
Powerful.
Okay.
Yes. The only man that should make you submit
is my husband.
Is your husband. That's it.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Anyways, so we have those telling my dollars, put my money down. So this one says that this is my first time watching your show and it's very educative. What they are saying about prayers is true because any day I feel like singing praises to God. When I'm alone in the house, I see miracles through, though I'm not too prayerful. Plus, can they give us their number? Sure. This one says, hi, changes. Can you please ask them how I can have twins or manifest twins as well? This one says that the mystic twins, do they trust God and Jesus Christ at the same time? In Roman, the thing around the neck is called soul.
Jesus and God.
And so I want to ask them.
It's not one.
Okay.
Jesus is a messenger, like all of us.
You see, you confuse the messenger with the message, and we make the messenger a God, which is wrong. That's why your pastor.
Jesus is not God.
No,
blasphemy.
It's not God. And
they are not God.
Okay.
They are God. God is God.
Okay.
Right. This one says that Rosalind, you are shocked. I am shocked too. So does chanting work very well? Shola and Rosalind look beautiful. Thank you. This one says that, Madam, what did the twins mean by saying that Dr. Bawumia is spiritually weak? The spirits Dr. Bawumia is carrying is powerful than their DS plus Kennedyagyapong's own. I'm daring them to let him not win the NPP upcoming primaries. This one says that good afternoon, Rosalind, and everyone in the house. Have been following the show, watching you live from Nigeria, and I'm a Muslim and have learned a lot. My question is to the Mystic Twins: is what is their view on the life after death? The life after death. Do they believe in the afterlife? Thanks. Sure. So this person is from Nigeria. This one also wants to know. He says that Oh, my screen is frozen. Too many questions.
Yeah, we
comments
have
coming in. Right, hold on.
Comments coming in.
Well, this was good afternoon, Madam Roslyn. Did they go to church and do they pay their tithes? It's all about the money and about heaven. I have a dream that my sister is wearing my daughter's dress. I don't understand. Hi, please.
Is it okay for them to put their number out for those who probably have a lot of questions
to ask? Because
you
there's
do
so
that
much.
when you go for interviews. Do you put your numbers out?
We don't do it on the first interview.
You don't do your first interview.
You call our people seekers, not believers. We want them to seek us out so that by the time that they come to us in person, they would have learned so much about what we are, what we stand for. Because some of these questions that you're asking, very, we've talked
Trivial
about,
questions,
yes.
okay.
So if you take our number right now, it's just going to be hi and kill you with good mornings, how are you, I like you.
No, but you know, this question the person asks is very, very important. I see my sister wearing my daughter's dress.
Very, very interesting question.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, I was going to answer one of the questions. It's slipping right now. Oh. I forgot.
Which one?
Go with it. The question about spiritual, the Titan.
Yeah, the Titan.
So we are mystics. We are leader of a congregation, spiritual congregation. We don't pay tithe. People pay spiritual tithe to us, and we pay spiritual tithe to the mystics above us.
Which one is a spiritual tithe?
Spiritual tithe. Full moon. Akwesi solstice moon. The special days in the month. This month, I'll be having my flow. Do I need to do something? All right, do this, do that. These things.
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
Church is more like a pay as you go. You go to Sunday, you pay for time.
You don't do that.
But spirituality is a journey.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Every day, what you wear.
What you wear.
It's
12 months in a year. Every month, you will have your period. You will have to manifest every month's prayer in a different way. This month, you pray for your children. The next month, you pray for opportunities.
But some people pray every day for money. That's why they're not getting money.
You can't pray every day for
Even
money.
on your soul day, you don't pray for money.
December, people will be praying for money.
Soul day, you don't pray for money?
No.
You don't pray for money.
What do you pray for
spiritual
money?
growth, spiritual power.
So soul day, when do you pray for? What do you pray
Spiritual
for?
power.
Spiritual power, soul day.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a soul day. You pray for your soul.
When you came into the world, you were naked. Why are you kneeling down, disturbing God with
material things?
Material things.
December, people will be praying and asking God for. Yes, birthday. Oh, person knows I'm maybe.
I think you guys are very rich. You're very rich.
You're not very rich.
But you're rich.
No, you're very comfortable.
The last time I think I saw a car, some posh car parked somewhere. I asked, I said, it's yours. I hear you use Range Rover, Porsche Cayenne.
You're comfortable.
So you have money.
God provides for us.
God provides. So your money is through manifestations?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, Rosalind, there's this last one I want us to take. This one says that I'm Rukaya from Obuase. I've noticed that a man sleeping with me, I can see, well, yes, I have asked where to give, but he will always want to have sex with me when they come to me and I wake up. He will be at the window standing. He wants to enter the room. My body will be shaking. This spiritual man comes to sleep with me and goes at times. I'll be sleeping. He will come like I'm dreaming. So I don't know. I think she sees and she doesn't see. And she says she's tired of it. She's very tired of it.
People go through sex dreams even in daytime. Yes. Not just at night when they sleep.
So how do they attract to these spirits?
You see, because it's very strange to you.
Yeah.
This is not strange to someone. Someone will wonder, how is she not having these dreams? How are men not sleeping with her in a dream? Like you said righteously, that you have a very strong spirit. Some people, they know that you can't go even 6 months without a relationship.
Some cannot even go 7 days without masturbation.
Yes.
Yes. There are women and men with marriages, after sex, they will have to masturbate.
It's there.
The sex magic is too much. Their sexual aura is too much.
Self-pleasure.
Self-pleasure is very important for them.
King Solomon introduced all these things. Married 1,000 women. 3-some, 4-some. These other stuff.
Fall under sex magic.
It's all under sex magic. One day, when there's time, we won't talk about sex magic.
We have to fix that day. We need to talk about this. Unfortunately, time is not on our side. We have so many messages coming through. Since people